We're all in awe. Listen how quiet everybody is. Good morning. It is another day in the shop. We are working on the spud truck. It's been exactly 2 weeks since I shaved this off. Growing it back for you. Don't you worry none. We got a lot going on already. First of all, afternoon came early this morning. Colin, what you working on?
I'm putting an axle back in my Jeep because Peck Brothers borrowed the axle for their jalopy. So I'm putting it back together right now.
They were super kind and sent him a new axle, a new bearing. Not only are they entertaining mechanics, but they are also gentlemen. We've got the hosers coming tomorrow and we got to be ready for them. We've got to get this valve mounted on that truck. And I think Rhett is working on that somewhere. Rhett has been working on this battery tray. I think he followed the curve of the rust instead of just making it straight. But that'll give it some more structure. All right, so this is where the boys have made it to. We're about ready to tack this together. Here, let me show you. There's a rusty, broken piece of junk battery box. It doesn't fit anything. And we're gonna insert this stainless steel piece of real battery box. Colin's gonna tack it in. Okay, so we've got this little lever system here we're going to be using, and it bolts under here, right here. This one rolls the bed back and this one dumps it, does the tilt on it. All the hoses go down. We're going to figure out how we're going to route them so that there's no problem.
I'm just going to get it centered on here and spud it up to the edge like that.
Get this on a flat surface and we'll Okay. So go ahead and drill those with a 7/16 bit. Let's head over here and check on the spider, see how it's coming along. Oh wow, there's something going on. Oh god, look at the headliner. So those wrinkles in the headliner, they cook them out with a gun and tighten the whole thing up. And then in like 40 or 50 years, the whole thing falls down on your head with mouse poo and just grossness. Progress is being made here. I talked to Jeff Carter. He had to split. He had a thing he had to go to. So that's kind of on standstill till after work, and then I'll start working on it some more. Oh, that looks so good. Feel how strong that is? Okay, Colin, I need you to drill the appropriate holes in these.
We should have drilled those first.
I know, but I want you to stretch and grow.
Jake, what are you doing?
I was just checking in on that build. Matt said progress is being made on that car. It's the second best Corvair in the yard, next to this guy. Just kidding.
Let's go look at the Corvair. So once again, I acknowledge this being Matt's Off-Road Recovery should be about off-road stuff, but this is Matt from Matt's Off-Road talking about Corvairs. So right here, this is Sweet Caroline. We're building her for desert racing. The frame, all the frame and components, suspension components are down in Texas. We're getting a trailer down there. We're gonna try to kill two birds with one stone, to use an old catchphrase. So there's Corvair number one. Corvair number two, you know this one. This is a 1961 Chevrolet Corvair Lakewood 700 model. It's done a lot of work, you guys know it. I'm gonna show you every Corvair here.
Oh yeah.
This is a 1964 Corvan that was converted into an RV at some point. It has donated a lot of patch panels to other vehicles before I became the owner of it. I just gave it to Rudy. He is making a burnout vehicle. So we're gonna be taking it to the New England 900 with Cletus McFarlane and his shady group of characters. So that's gonna be pretty awesome. Watch for Rudy building that, like he's starting on it.
All right, so this bad unit right here is a 1962 Monza that Matt gifted me, if you guys remember, like a year or two back ago. And it's currently under construction. It runs and drives, just put about 60 miles on it last weekend.
So it's been moved to daily driver status then, right?
Yeah, this is my ride to work right now, guys.
This belongs to my youngest son, Carter. It's a 1965 Corsa Turbo. It does have the turbo engine in it, and it runs and drives. He's getting his license in like 3 days. This is a 1961 load side. It's like a ramp side with no ramp. You can kind of see the condition it's in. I paid $700 for this. I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. This is a 1961 Lakewood wagon. This is exactly the wagon the MORR was. Exactly. This one supposedly runs and drives, but we haven't tried anything. I'm currently buying parts for this to make it a driver. This is a 1964 Corvair. I drove this to the yard. It needs a little bit of help, but it's in nice shape. So this is a 1963 Monza. Some fans of the channel stopped by and offered me a deal I couldn't refuse. This car came with it, 1964 Monza. We drove this from South Dakota. Colt from Colt Builds It found this for me. And I think me and Colin flew out there with Johnny Boy and drove back with it. This is our newest acquisition. This is a 1965 Corsa 140. It was gifted to me by Patrick. His channel's right here.
This is my 1963 Corvair Monza, gifted to Matt by Robbie, then gifted to me by Matt.
It's the gift that keeps on giving. What's the status?
Status is almost daily driver status. It's about the same as Jake's. I just need some stuff. We're gonna be doing something fast and fun with this, hopefully within the next year.
This is a 1964 ramp size. This year there was only 851 of these built. This one took a spill up by Scipio years and years ago. I gave it to my buddy down in Palmdale. I've got to get it to him. I should have had it there like 3 years ago. All right, come with me down here. I got a secret passageway. Nobody knows about this. This is a secret. This is the way you get in here. This is a 1961 Lakewood wagon. I picked this up down in Logandale. It's just a parts vehicle. This 1961 Lakewood 700 came with it, just for parts. There's some parts right there. This is a 1963 that I got from a guy in Cedar City years and years ago. It's pretty much been picked clean.
Hey.
That's a good engine. This is a 1964 Monza. It's been picked clean. And right here we have a 1961 Monza parts car. Man, it's donated some parts. And then Corvair sandrail, Corvair sandrail, Corvair sandrail, Corvair sandrail. In here I have a 1962 700 wagon with a 3800 supercharged mid-engine. It's a project I started a while ago. We're getting close to bringing it back out and getting her done. And for those of you that have been holding your breath and plugging your nose while we did the Corvair stuff, this right here is a 4-wheel drive school bus we use for off-road shenanigans. All right, Rhett's got this bolted together. It's gonna go right there. We're gonna figure that out. And then we've got these awesome gussets. Come over and check these out. These are gonna go right here and strengthen it up. All right, put a couple tacks on the bottom and then burn that puppy in. All right, let's see if this fits now that we welded it all together without a care in the world. All right, we got all 6 bolts in. They went in pretty easy, so that means it's the same basic shape it's always been, only now it's stronger. So now you gotta ask yourself, what sort of battery lives in such a royal abode? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, it's a full throttle battery. Every vehicle here at Matt's Off-Road Recovery runs a full throttle battery, and so should you. Plus all my personal vehicles. And they're not just for off-road recovery. If you own any one of these, or if you drive one of these, and if you drive this, or that, or even this. Probably not this though, but maybe. If you don't got one, but you want one, we've got a link right here in our description. If you go down there, it will get you 10% off your purchase, plus free delivery. That's a pretty good deal for a lot of power. Y'all ready for this? Okay, that goes in the middle of that cradle there, Jake.
I think we do one short of that, right?
Good morning. We are back in the shop this lovely morning. This is the bracket that connects the big ram for sliding the bed back and forth.
Do you want this thing fully welded, or do you have some special way you want it welded?
Yes, it's gonna be 100%. And it's gonna be big old fillets. All right, so now that I finally got my shop back, for the most part, and I've threatened enough people with this particular pry bar that they're not stealing my tools anymore, it's time for me to go through my toolboxes, see what I'm missing, and I know it's a lot of things, and get that all replaced. And then I've got to train Peanut to guard it.
He's doing a good job.
So this is just absolutely ridiculous to have this many hammers. Makes it so I can't get to my good ones. All right, I'm gonna explain my process here. I said explain, but what I meant was explain. And it's this. I hold the hammer in my hand. If it doesn't bring me joy, it doesn't go in the drawer. This one actually brings me a little bit of joy. So we're gonna put it over here. I said a little bit of joy. So does this one. Oddly enough, so does this one. This little guy I use for little jobs.
It's a lot of ball peens.
Yeah, and then here's my heavy duty ball peen right there. That should be enough. Like that's a good selection. This one is now useless. I'm gonna keep it because a friend gave me this.
Oh, you know how many hammers I have too?
So I call this one the mutilator. It did this to my thumb, which healed really fast in the beginning and really slowed down. Oh, I nicked it with a grinder the other day. Terrible. I'm gonna get that one out of there. That's nothing but bad memories.
This is a good hammer.
That's all the hammers I need. You could build a wrecker with that many hammers.
I'll go through that later.
Like father, like son.
All right, while you weren't looking, Scott and Taylor showed up. They're giving me all their bright ideas on how to get this plumbed in here. So once they're done with the hoses, we'll figure out where the dash will be coming from the tires, and we will put some protective shielding, protect all this stuff. Colin had to step away for a little meeting or an appointment or something. So that means I gotta fabricate. I can fabricate if I have to, but I'm not gonna do a good job. Right there and right there.
Today we've got Blue Steel in the shop. We've got this system to haul tanks around. It doesn't work super good, and we're gonna fix that today. We've got Z-Track here to install this rail system on Blue Steel.
Okay, so Z-Track is the easiest way to secure anything in the bed of a pickup truck. As you can see with the rail here, it's got the Z side profile that bumps out the bottom rail so it fits perfectly in the bed of your pickup truck.
And that is gone. Boom! Blue Steel's done and installed. I like it. It looks so good. I got the top, bottom. They're locked in. Boom.
This is our first startup. You think that's pumping?
Yeah, it's just cycling back to tank.
Right. That was the air bubbles I heard. Blub, blub, blub. Okay. Now we're gonna run the ram back. Open that door.
Oh boy.
I'm acting against Scott's wishes right now.
Hey.
That's a long old ram. All right, we basically purged the air out of that ram.
Oh.
Even though I know you weren't betting against me, you might be surprised that it's actually working, and that makes me feel really good. Literally, the installation of the bed is one bolt. It's this. And I know that doesn't sound like very many or even enough, but that's what all of the rollbacks that you see on the road are held on with. One bolt right there, not that. I don't know if you can tell through the camera how nice of a job these guys did, but look at this. It is just, oh man. This is everything I dreamed it would be. It's functioning exactly how I dreamed it. Huh, have you seen this? You just go. But it's just amazing. So we're thinking about putting a dead man button here, just a, momentary, so that you can't just walk away and leave that motor running. I didn't put any hangers on these yet because we've still got to run the wire looms and stuff, and I just don't know where I'm going to put those yet. But it's working perfectly. But I think we need to put the bed on it. I think we need to put your Jeep on it, and I think we need to test it.
I agree.
Oh, perfect. Goes lined up all.
That's good enough for now. Okay.
Wow, that thing just needs.
Perfect. Okay. All right. That should be all we need.
There you go. And then here's your button.
Yeah. That's the one that's fragile. Okay.
Hey, you don't have to do it by hand.
Well, it's holding up so far. This is awesome.
Yeah, it is holding me up.
Oh.
I guess it does beat trying to wrestle them onto a trailer.
This will teach you patience.
It will.
I thought that's what fishing was for.
All right. This is the real test. Set her down.
Move the truck forward. But it will let the beat. What was that noise?
There it is. I think we're gonna wanna.
What do you think we're gonna want to do?
Nothing. I like it.
We're all in awe. Listen how quiet everybody is.
Well, it's working now. It's been how long since we cut off the back half of it, and now we're here.
So honestly, I've been nervous about this because this is the first. Not only is it the first rollback I've ever designed, it's the first hydraulic system that I've designed outside of power steering. So
Make sure to align arrow before tilting bed.
we're there.
We're there.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
Really,
move that.
really, this should be like a foot here.
That's it.
Yay!
Good job, Matt.
Good job, everybody. Look at that. Holy cow. If you need hydraulic hoses for your spud truck or anything you have the hydraulics, you should reach out to Elevated Service and Supply. They will do the job right. Well, that's awesome. I'm Matt from Matt's Off-Road Recovery, and I approve this message. Milestar just sent us out some Patagonia XTs, some brand new tires here for Blue Steel, and then Raceline sent us these wheels to try. These are awesome. Look how pretty those are. Ever since we got Blue Steel, Colin has been bugging me to get some wheels on it. Well, that day's finally arrived. Jake, I need you to put those on these. do you think?
Those look fancy. Blue Still is gonna be uptown now.
Mom, you want something for your truck?
Uptown? He doesn't like the words I say.
Good morning. I wanted to come out and see these in the bright morning light. Look at that. Look how good those look. They passed the kick test. So I think we need to take these on a drive, and I've got 2 things I need to do today. 1, I need to get lunch. I'm gonna take the crew to lunch. Number 2, I've got something to look at in Veo. And I didn't say Vail, I said Veo. Veo. It's a Veo, it's a Veo. All right, we're gonna get some Panda Express because we don't have that in Hurricane. It's exotic food for us. We gotta welcome Caitlin back. She has not been here for over a week.
It's been a week.
Yeah, she's been in Hawaii. Look at the suntan.
I was having a lot of fun.
She hiked barefoot to waterfalls and swam with the fish, right?
And turtles.
And the turtles and the whales. Welcome back. We got stop 1 out of the way. Stop 2 is a result of cruising Facebook Marketplace far too much. I love that place and I found something. We're gonna head up and look at it and see if it's something I really want. Okay, we got about a 20-minute drive ahead of us, and I thought I would take this opportunity to talk with you and also answer some of your most burning questions. Caitlin, take it away.
All right. First question is, where is some place you'd like to go willing that you've never been before?
Iceland. Now it's easy. Throw me a hard one.
We need a side-by-side comparison of you and James Pumphrey.
We've got a couple of them. We've had he's been on our channel a couple times.
But without the beard?
But there is a very large consensus that we look very similar.
You know he's your son, right?
That's what I hear.
What's a vehicle you wish you had?
Ooh, this is easy for me.
I'm kind of living the dream. I've got my Corvair spiders and wagons, and I've got some really amazing off-road vehicles. I think I'm pretty content with the vehicles that I have, but I do want more Corvairs.
If you were to duplicate it, duplicate one of your vehicles, what would it be?
I'd like to build another Corvair. There's a couple of little changes I would make to make the vehicle more comfortable. Kind of nice to have like a less feral version of the Corvair that was with full interior and stuff. I think that would be nice.
What started your obsession with the Corvair?
What started my obsession? So I am a sucker for Rube Goldberg type things, and the Corvair definitely has a Rube Goldberg style cooling fan belt. I like solving problems in unconventional ways, and the Corvair is full of that, just engineering and design. And I also like the whole underdog orphan aspect of it, and people are shocked at how well they perform. All they've just heard they're unsafe at any speed, or they've heard that they were a bad car. There was 1.8 million of them made, and they were good cars. They weren't just good cars, they were great. They were great little cars, but totally underestimated. So pull up next to me in your 1960 anything, and we'll dice. And I think you'll be quite shocked.
With all your traveling, do you ever get tired of driving?
I really enjoy driving, and I think it's one of my superpowers because I don't know anybody that can stick with it as long as I can.
I feel like I got a little bit from him of the driving, but I'm not even close to him. It's insane to watch him drive.
I'm a black belt.
Yes.
Yeah, Colin, you're a solid brown belt. We drove to Texas together, and this guy only let me, what was it, 18 hours?
Something like that.
I drove 2 of them, and Colin chooched all the way there. He only had to take a break for 2 hours, and I was like,
Yeah, part of the story is that you'll offer to take over from Matt, and he's like, no, I got this.
It's boring because when I'm driving, I'm thinking of the tires interfacing with the road, and I'm thinking of the load shifting, and I'm thinking of just the mechanics of the steering and the engine. And so I'm keeping myself very occupied while I'm driving. And I never really completely let go of those things. But when I'm sitting in the passenger seat, I'm just bored because there's nothing to do. I'm out of control. All right, so here's the Facebook Marketplace find.
Surprise.
Okay.
You're handing me that.
Caitlin,
You got the key?
stick your head in there and take a big, like, breath in. Smell it. I'm gonna tell you, that smell right there is the most addictive smell in the world.
What is it? Old car smell?
Yes. Old Corvair.
Old
It smells
Corvair?
good.
It does, doesn't it?
A spider only feature with the knobs
Yeah.
down there.
Yeah. Ford and Dodge made a point that, like, they couldn't even get all of the knobs in the dashboard. They had to hang them underneath. Well, it's pretty solid. It needs everything. I want it really bad. I've just got to figure out if I need it. I told you we had 2 things to do today, but I just realized we have 3 things to do today. We're in Veo. That means we're stopping to get a Veo pie. All the years of knowing about Veo pies, I never realized the mascot was so terrifying.
Until Jake pointed it out when we drove by.
Who's cherry raspberry?
I'm very happy.
Cherry raspberry.
Walk out. All right, so the car is really solid, but it needs everything, including taking the engine back apart, because he just kind of put it together. And he said he put it together wrong. He told us all the wrong things in there. So I got to think about it and see if I really, really need it, or if I just really want it. But this pie, I know that I need and I want. Thanks for watching. And with your mouth full.
Thanks for watching.